Good morning, it's Tuba Billy. So I saw a little clip of someone doing an interview in Portland where I guess apparently a Trump supporter was shot and killed for being a Trump supporter. And this woman that was being interviewed pretty much says, well, good, don't be a Trump supporter in Portland. Say what? And this is on Twitter, of course, which I'm getting close to dumping again. I mean, Elon Musk backed out because around 80% of users on Twitter are actually robots. But this guy commented and was basically happy that this person was murdered. And I was like, dude, I commented, I said, dude, what's wrong with you? You're giddy that someone was murdered? And he replied and said, no. He said, correction, a fascist was murdered. I was like, you are one sick, twisted individual. But that got me thinking. Where else have we seen one group, one side of a national divide celebrating when someone on the other side gets punished or imprisoned or murdered? If you're still guessing, it's Germany, World War II. Most of the civilized world went to war because of that. And we see it happening now. I mean, it's kind of been building because, you know, they made people have made comparisons. Gina Carano was fired from The Mandalorian because she made a Holocaust example, saying, you know, look, it didn't happen overnight. It started with demonizing and separating, widening the divide, dehumanizing your opponents, labeling them as fascist, which turns out the Nazis actually were the fascists. And yet, who's taking the playbooks straight from Mein Kampf? Yeah, this is not good. We have a society that is so beyond feeling that they're happy when someone gets murdered. Now I'm waiting for this guy's response, if he'll respond. He may just block me because he brags that he's been blocked by Rudy Giuliani. Bye. That's my family. But I'm suspecting that he may come back with something like, well, you know, we celebrated when Bin Laden was murdered, and that will settle my case. They see anyone who supports Trump as a terrorist, as an enemy who deserves to be hunted. That's my theory. We will see if this one random dude on Twitter, oh, sorry, I'm assuming his gender now. This one random they on Twitter, go dude, they're going slow, go, 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 thank you. We'll live up to that. But they are so twisted, so closed-minded, so hard-hearted and stiff-necked. use a biblical term there, that even if you say this is what's happened in history and you're doing the exact same thing, they won't see it. They'll say, no, you're the fascist. Okay. Oh, man. Anyway. I think if I stay on Twitter, I think I'm gonna just stick to like the moral arguments. You know, like this. Because so many other ones, like, you know, debating. One guy asked me, you know, it's like, all right, if you're saying Biden's policies are bad, you know, prove it. What are his policies that are bad? So I did it was 19 tweet thread on basically everything I could find in, you know, a couple minutes. And sorry, trying to pay attention. And I was like, well, let's see here. So, you know, I pointed out, you know, of course, the southern border, Afghanistan, his Green New Deal bill, which actually failed, and how he's putting out all the different parts of the Green New Deal in these other bills. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, and parents, you know, how the FBI is investigating parents, and pretty much saying no more fossil fuels, blah blah, all those things. And, you know, had examples read. I didn't just do a list. I explained it. Well, really that wasn't good enough for a lot of people, because they started dropping, you know, links to articles like Fox, Media Matters, you know, all the typical left-wing media sources. So I'm like, well, you let them do your thinking for you, obviously. So it's like, well, you know what? There's been one person that I've been debating back and forth that we actually had a conversation. The rest have been just, you know, closing your ears and screaming. Which, you know, whatever. But I think if I stick to the moral issues, like murder is bad, I think that'll stick better, maybe. Maybe I should have gone the other way. Oh well. But anyway, it's just really disturbing that we're literally seeing prophecies fulfilled. You know, the love of man will wax cold, and, you know, evil will be called good, and good evil. I don't want to live through that anymore. So anyway, I'm just staring into the sun for a little bit. Be excellent to each other. Tuba Billy signing out. God be with you till we meet again.